What's up, everybody? Dog 1985. There's levels to this. So, the PlayStation fan base apparently now all of a sudden, now they're upset with PlayStation, or now they're not too happy with the direction that Sony is going. And this to me has left me confused, has left me flabbergasted. I don't understand what has changed from last week to this week. So somebody new or somebody just recently left. The person of Haven Studios decides to leave, and now all of a sudden there's all this outrage and like what are you guys doing? What are you guys upset about? Let me tell you the facts about the Sony PlayStation this generation. Okay, since the beginning of the generation, I have been telling you that the success of the PS5 has been based on the PS4. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Even the beginning of the generation, the majority of the games that came out for the PlayStation 5 that were great games were actually PS4 games. These are all facts, okay? Whole bunch of remakes, whole bunch of remasters. You got to give props to Ratchet and Clank, right? That wasn't a remake or a remaster. You got to give props to Returnal. That wasn't a remake or remaster, right? Astrobot, if you want to give props to Astrobot. But besides that, everything else has been a remake or remaster or a game that has dropped on the PlayStation 4. And the PlayStation 4, listen, I've been saying this as well. Sony earned the success that it has with what they did with the PlayStation 4. They've earned that. But the PlayStation 5 itself, as a hardware, it's perfectly fine. But as far as what Sony has been giving you guys this generation, has been trash and illusion. Trash and illusion. They haven't been giving you anything. They've been taking away games from Xbox. That's what they've been doing this year. So much so that they were going to do it again, and Xbox went ahead and bought Bethesda so that they wouldn't do it with Starfield. Sony hasn't been giving you anything for a long time. Now you want to go ahead and complain? Listen, when Concord got canceled, the excuse was that Sony knew quality and that's why they canceled quality. Well, guess what? This person leaving PlayStation, maybe Sony knows quality and that's why this person is leaving PlayStation. They couldn't produce any quality. What is the outrage right now? This doesn't make any sense to me. Sony has been showing you who they've been this entire generation, and now you guys want to complain when you can argue that now the PlayStation 5 is more valuable than it's ever been because it finally has Xbox games. Oh, yeah. See, this is the reality. You bought a PlayStation 5 saying that you wanted to play PlayStation games. When in reality, practice, your actions prove that you don't buy a PlayStation to play PlayStation games. I've been saying this again since the beginning of the generation. You buy a PlayStation because it's the more popular console, but what you actually play on PlayStation is third-party games. PlayStation has been doing this. They've been dominating the gaming industry because of third-party games. Why do you think they go ahead and money hack games, dummy? Why do you think they go ahead and pay publishers to keep games exclusive that aren't theirs? Because that's how they've been dominating, is by keeping games away from Xbox. So you bought a PlayStation not for their exclusives. It's because they keep games away from Xbox, but for their first party games, they didn't. This generation, they didn't have that many, man. What are you talking about? You know that Sony's gonna come out with a God of War Complete Edition, right? You do know that, right? Probably by this Christmas, mark my word, by this holiday season, they're probably gonna have a God of War 2018, God of War Ragnarok, the Complete Edition, the same way they did with The Last of Us. Ghost of Yote is about to come out. Guess what they're gonna do next year? A Ghost of Yote and Ghost of Tsushima Complete Edition. Oh, you don't think they're going to do it? Of course they are. But you know why Sony's going to do this stuff? And you know why you're going to take it and you should not complain? Because PlayStation doesn't listen to the PlayStation gamers. They don't care about you. They folded to the PC gamers, but they're not going to listen to you. Why are they not going to listen to you? Because you have defended every single thing that PlayStation has done. They have spit in your face with these remakes and these remastered and these formulas that they keep doing over and over again. And you just take it and buy it and say, yes, it's perfectly fine. Give me some more. Give me some more. They made you pay to play Helldivers, but they let PC gamers not have to pay. That. The disrespect is crazy, but you have allowed this disrespect. So I don't understand why you're complaining. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. The live service games that PlayStation is focusing on now make sense for them. Why do they have to worry about first party games when you don't play first party games? Why do they have to worry about making first-party bangers when you're excited about Xbox games coming over there? No, they could go ahead and focus on making another Helldivers that'll make them money. Hey, Helldivers was successful. They could go ahead and make another one that'll make even more money. Why would they put all this money into making a single-player game for you to maybe buy it? 75 million install base, and these games only sell 2 to 3 million copies. Like what? Barely break a million copies. Like what? And then Call of Duty comes out, and Call of Duty is one of the best-selling games on the PlayStation. There was some crazy article that I saw that apparently, like, what was it? There's like a ridiculous amount of PlayStations that only play Call of Duty. Like they've looked it up. Listen, Sony is doing perfectly fine. They're making a ridiculous amount of revenue, which is the greatest talking points that some of your favorite YouTubers for PlayStation have. So that's not changing. So they're dominating that way, right? When it comes to console sales, they're dominating that way as well, right? They're getting all the games from the industry, right? The only problem is that you as a gamer, you got to pay full price for them, right? But that shouldn't be a problem, because if you're a PlayStation fan, you like to buy your games anyway. So again, what are you complaining about? You champion getting Xbox games. Okay, you're still getting Xbox games. What are you complaining about? That you're not getting Sony games? You weren't that big into Sony games anyways. Stop lying. Stop with the fake outrage. That's what I'm going to call this video. PlayStation fans with the fake outrage. Stop it. We know who you are. We are who you thought you were since the beginning of this generation. Dog1985, there's levels to this. Hey, you can still blow on that controller though. We out. Peace.